Hey everyone, welcome back to Big Outdoors. If you're new around here, my name is Sheldon Marion, and today actually wasn't going to be a filming day. I'm just out for a little afternoon drive. We're out here at the Williston Lake boat launch, just across from the WAC Bennett Dam. And I just came out here to kind of just give the dogs a place to run around and all that good stuff. And I didn't really get dressed. I just have a sweater and a pair of pajamas on, to be honest with you. But out here at the boat launch, there's this big pile of dirt right here. So as the dogs are running around, I started looking at this, and there's all sorts of cool stuff just right here. And I'm hoping this actually kind of turns out, because I didn't even bring a camera with me. I'm just filming this on my cell phone. But I'm going to walk over here. I'm going to show you the kind of cool stuff that we're finding just right here in this big old pile of rocks. So at first it doesn't really look like a whole lot. You know, when you're looking at this, it just looks like somebody grabbed a load of gravel and threw it down. But I started looking at some of these things, and in some of these you can see there's plant fossils in that one. We have plant fossils here. We have more of this orange rock that typically has plant fossils in it, kind of like a sandstone. Same with here, you see that little bit of plant fossilization there. And then, breaking it apart. But you can see the little layer of stuff in there. More little things. And then we got these ones here where it's hard to tell, but right here we have those little lines. When I chipped this away, that showed itself. So that usually means that there's something in there. And then we also got that big line, which I think is more or less just a line of coal. And then speaking about coal, there's a big lump of it right here. So now what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be kind of combing through some of this stuff. And I'm going to be looking at what else I can find. Because you can see right around there, another piece of coal, rocks like this, and like that one. They sometimes have some things inside of it. But this orange stuff here, they usually have all sorts of stuff in there, which you can already see. I don't know if that's leaves or wood or what it is, but I'm going to put this in my little pile, and I'm just going to see what all else I can find. It's one of these things where if you're in like the Hudson Hope area, come across the WAC Bennett Dam, take your first right and come into the boat launch here. And if you don't have the means to go out and really like do any beach combing, or how it is right now, how everything's just covered in snow and ice, you can come up to the big pile like this and start going through it, and you can find some really cool things. But anyways, I'm going to keep on searching here, and then I'll show you everything that we find. Alrighty, so I have collected up a few fossils here, and so it's actually pretty neat. So some of these you guys have already seen. This one, there might be some fossils in it, I'm not too sure. Same thing with this one here. There's quite a few that I'm going to be taking home and kind of, I guess, processing it would be the right word for it. Usually when it has kind of like this orange color, it sometimes has fossils inside of it. But then I've been finding quite a bit of this stuff here. I'll put it in the sunlight for you. And you can see, right in here, this here, all that. That looks like a bunch of leaves, possibly branches. Not a whole lot on the back side. Ones like this, you know, it's hard to say. If you use your imagination, you'll call it a fossil, but I don't know. Looks more like a stream of coal. But then you start running into ones like this. You can see all these lines here, especially this line right here. All the grooves. I don't exactly know what that is, but it's something that's fossilized. I'm assuming it's some sort of a leaf. And then in this one here, we got this stuff happening. We got a bunch of different layers in all this sandstone. That one I'll just break apart when I get home. And then we got this guy here. It's kind of hard to see on the camera. On the back side, you can see all those little black lines. That looks like a bunch of branches and stuff. But if you look at stuff like right here, oh, on my finger, stuff like this, that's a leaf. This part here, it's kind of hard to see, but you can see the stem of a leaf kind of goes up. Then that would be like the veins that are inside the leaf itself. A little piece here on the corner as well. This one here, it was all intact, but it kind of crumbled and fell apart on me. You can see all the sticks and stuff that was inside. Top of the leaf there. More sticks here. And I'm kind of disappointed with this one because it was one solid piece. And it was actually really, really neat. But now it fell apart. But then the best one that I found so far, this little guy here. See, I mean, I don't have to point it out. You can clearly see all the veins, or whatever you want to call it, from the shell. But then here, there's also this second layer and that third layer. And they all, it looks like it's about 2 or 3 different layers of the clamshell fossil. Now on the back side, you can see kind of the back side of a fossil as well. So with this all being said, it's really, really neat, and I'm going to be taking the majority of these back home to kind of process a little bit more. I might chip at them with a hammer or a chisel or use my Dremel. But Shelby caught wind that I'm out here finding fossils. So now what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to quickly run home. I'm going to change so I'm not just in like my pajamas basically. And I'll come back out here with one of my actual cameras so I'm not just playing around with my cell phone. And then yeah, we'll grab a couple more here and see what else we can find. Alrighty, so we made her back out. I got Shelby with us. And that's the rock pile that we're finding the fossils in.
Oh, nice spot, honey.
Yeah. She was all worried. She asked me if she needed boots and climbing gear and yada yada. And I said, well, if you're on the passenger side of the truck, you're about 10 feet away. So, no boots required. But we're going to head out here and we're going to keep looking for some fossils. Well, I think I found my first fossilized fern. I don't know how well the camera will pick it up, but right here on my thumb, there and right there, sure looks like a fern to me. If I can't see it while I'm editing this, I'll take a picture of it with my phone. I'll put it up on screen here somewhere. But that's a neat little find. I don't think I've ever found that before. This one will definitely be going home with me.
I want to check that out.
Right where your thumb is.
Oh, cool. That's really cool, honey. Good find.
Alrighty, so some people came down here to check out the boat ramp and all that stuff, so we threw the dogs into the truck. But here's some of my finds here so far. So we got all these ones that I showed you guys earlier. And then this is the stuff that we came back to and I found with Shelby. So you can see kind of the big willow leaves, some, I don't know, I guess sticks and branches and stuff. Another leaf there, another leaf right in there. And then these ones are kind of the same thing. They're just, it looks like a big cluster of branches and leaves and all that stuff. That's kind of what the majority of these are. This one, maybe once I wash it up, you'll be able to see that leaf a little bit better. Right there, another little pile of leaves. And then here we got kind of like those real skinny looking willows. And then this is just a pile of leaves that all kind of got solidified in one big go. A big crack right here. Let's see what happens when we break her open. Yeah, so even inside here, you can see where kind of some of the branches are and stuff. So that's pretty neat. Then this one here on the corner, that sure looks like a fern to me. So all in all, it's a pretty cool little thing. And for it to be down here, just right at the boat launch, and we're finding it pretty well just along the little banks here, and then that big pile over there. So if you guys are kind of in the area and you want something to do, go on out here and check it out. Come across the WAC Bennett Dam. It's your first right coming to the boat launch, and right there, right right beside where those trucks are parked. But anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Hopefully it gives you something to do while you're waiting for all this snow and ice to melt away. Leave me a comment or two. Let me know if you come down here and you find anything. Subscribe to the channel. We'll catch you on the next one.